All right, what is up, guys? Today we are going to show you a brand new tool, and I believe a brand new service that literally we're going to start offering. And this is a service that it's pretty crazy. I literally think that this software created a new type of agency that's going to be born from this. And I believe Joey and Todd, which are the only two students that showed up today on the class. All right, they're actually some of the first customers of this software, but not only that is they're both personally using it for themselves and for clients. And Joey's about ready to show us what he's been doing since he's got access to it, which literally this was a software we created in 2 weeks. And now we have our first 4 customers, and Joey and Todd are 2 of them. And so Joey, tell me what you think about it. Maybe Todd, you can dive in and you could say what you think about it next. And then Joey, you could show us what you built. So what do you think about it, Joey, so far?
All right. So far I'm loving it. I created a channel for a guy he's actually, he was in his early 80s when I started working with him. Well, late 70s, if you want to go back that far. But he lost his retirement in the stock market. So he's had a mission to educate people about the stock market, and then he got, kind of into politics, and he wanted to run for president and, try and expose the problems of the United States, and he put in all this time on how to fix it, change the direction of the country. So we recorded all these videos for like the past 2 or 3 years, but I didn't take the time when I was first posting them to put any thumbnails on them. I was just letting the YouTube pick the thumbnail. And then when I started using this Repurpose for 9000, I noticed something that it was doing. It was generating these thumbnails that had split screen. So that's just one of the cool things about it. I love that it does your, I have a base description in all the YouTube videos, but it gives you, it goes even deeper. When you go into the SEO, it gives you a description of the video. So I have the general overall description of the channel, but then at the bottom, I'm always like, in this video, then I copy the description. Then I take all the tags it gave me. I go into the YouTube and I put in all the tags that it gives me. But I want to show you, if it's okay, I want to share my screen and show you what it did and how it actually made this channel look legit. Is that cool?
Please, man. Heck yes.
Right, cool. So I'll start with this. Let's see. So
look at that.
so I'm just gonna go click on his channel so you can get a glimpse of, and I noticed the trend and it's just like it makes it look so much more legit as far as like, okay, I would actually click on some of this stuff, but then I noticed this, like, okay, this split screen right here, it's got the line down the middle, and then I noticed that it's a trend that splits it down the middle. And it splits this one down the middle, splits this one down the middle. And then I'm like, okay, like, is this something that other people do? And I look at Mr. Beast's channel, split screen. And I'm like, it's picking up these, he's got a split screen right here, where it's like, he's showing you that there's more than one thing in the video. He's showing you, the before and the after. And it gives people more than one reason to want to click on your video versus just seeing the one image, especially of like the old man in his overalls. Like, you would never assume by clicking on this video that you're going to see this old guy in his overalls talking about politics, but it just ups the level. I mean, like, the views have went up over just by changing the pictures. Videos with like like 10, 12 views, like, because nobody really cared at the time we were posting. I mean, like, TikTok's where we get most of our followers. Like, our videos are averaging 1,000 views on TikTok, but he didn't get a whole lot of traction on here. But I did when I noticed. I was like, there is a trend to this split screen. You see it over here again. You know what I'm saying? You see how it's doing that. And so, and then when I was like, okay, I wonder if it happens like that for other people. And I started looking at some of the other content creators like Kai Cenat, and I was like, if you find some of them, you'll see that it's like it's a thing where he's showing like basically 2 images in that. It's like a split screen basically. And so I don't know. I was looking at another YouTuber last night, but it's it was something that I really thought that was cool. It upped the image of his page. And I just think that it gives people not just one reason to click on it. They might not like this half of the picture, but this half of the picture might actually be like, oh, okay, that makes me want to click on it. And I did not even notice that was like a trend until I started using that.
Absolutely beautiful.
So like but the thing about it, like, this makes the Apple Store, I've got to recreate the animation because I did it when I just was learning this app called Vyond, and I want to remake it now. And my daughter did the voiceover way before you could do auto, you could even have like voiceovers, like, like AI voiceovers. And but it just makes it look like, I want to click on it, and even the guy that I'm doing it for is like, I like that. I like that. I like that. And he likes the process of going through it with me and actually like helping me pick out the pictures. Like, like he enjoys, like that one catches my attention more than that one. So like we'll generate, 4 or 6 pictures, and then me and him, I give him the option of being part of the creation process of picking the ones that not just catches my attention, but catches his. So that's one thing that I really like about
it. Man, that's amazing. Okay, so that's so cool what you just said. So he's like part of the process of like choosing the stuff, and whether that's you showing him side by side, or in the future we make that an actual function and people can you could share that link and he can now vote on the ones that he likes and maybe, and comment, and maybe that's something that we actually make. Because I think what you just said is, I mean, there's a lot of times I make 14 images and I want to know which one's the best, well, like if I just had my audience vote and they're like, dude, image number 7 is sick. And then maybe as a marketer, they could go see Repurposer 9000 if they want, Yes,
1000%. And what we do when I take his video. So like when I make a video for him, I take his actual script. Everything that we work on together, I transcribe our conversation. And so because he talks at such a like an old man rate, it's like I take his transcript and then I give the transcript to AI, and then I have AI make a video, and then me and him will go through the video, and then we'll pick out the things that we don't put out the finished product until we both agree that it's like it's not just an AI script. It's his, basically word for word, almost what he would say, but just polished up by AI. So the thing that I need to get now, Jeff, is I need to be able to generate a thumbnail, and I can do it with AI, but I don't know if you can add this to Repurposer or not. But I think it's already included, but I need to generate the thumbnail based on my video transcript that I'm going to give to InVideo to create the video, so I can get the thumbnail to put at the beginning of the video, so I can select it on like TikTok, YouTube, Facebook as the thumbnail, because they don't allow you to change. Well, Facebook and Instagram might allow you to select the thumbnail, but YouTube does, Shorts don't, and TikTok, you can't change the thumbnail or upload a picture as a thumbnail. So the very first picture on your video needs to be the thumbnail. So that's something that I'm like, like I want to incorporate, because I want my TikTok to look just as good as the YouTube does.
So you almost need to add the transcript manually.
I have to give it the transcript and say, make me a thumbnail this size for a TikTok video inside of ChatGPT or, somewhere, and say, I need a TikTok size thumbnail based on this transcript, and then it gives me something. But they're not as good as the images that yours outputs.
You will have that today. All right. All right. So inside Repurposer 9000, you'll have the ability to upload your whole entire transcript and then make content right from there. Okay.
Great.
So that is awesome. All right. Heck yeah. All right. That is freaking legend. Okay. So we're going to add that. I can't wait for that update. All right, Todd, what do you think? You're on the hotspot now. You've been using Repurposer 9000 your first week. What's your thoughts? How have you been using it? How has it helped you? Show us what you've made.
All right, let me talk about it first. So I was able to show my wife today how to use it, and so she's using it to take our mastermind sessions and pulling 2 to 5 minute teaching moments that are in there. We've been able to use Repurposer 9000 to extract testimonials. And so I said, identify testimonials that we can reuse in our marketing. And now it's repurposing, it's pulling out testimonial transcripts. So it'll take, 3 or 4 sentences. They'll say, yeah, I love this about XYZ. And so we've been practicing with that. That's been a lot of fun to do. So being able to have the custom prompts inside there to say, hey, I want the AI to do this from this transcript has been really, really fun to see and do. And then it even tells you why this testimonial is effective. It even gives a little disclaimer or a little instruction around it. I thought, oh man, that's fantastic. It says, yeah, it'll just do all kinds of things like that. So I love being able to do that. And then pulling from both the prompt frameworks that you're using, the AI frameworks for the images. So it's got 2 image styles, and then we're like, okay, I like that one, and I like that one. It does that, and that's very fun to be able to see the different styles. To also, like what he was saying was, you can take that custom generated prompt that's from the SEO output, so that's gathering everything, and it creates a separate type of prompt other, than what's used with just let AI generate a prompt. So we'll do that. I'll take that off into a TXT file editor and look at what that prompt is and let it and decide on what should be in the prompt. I'll read through it because sometimes it'll say, make this an eagle or another animal. And I just I remove the choice and thin it down. So I say, this is exactly what I want. So that's very helpful too. And then I use that in the custom prompt and get some really good images as well. So I love what you've created. It's amazing.
That is beautiful. I love that custom prompt feature. So here's what's really crazy. Todd, if you want to share your little testimony generator, Joey actually requested a feature, right? Joey literally said, hey, can I make a song from the transcript? Can I write a book from the transcript? And I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to add song generators, book generators, cartoon generators, testimony generators. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make it where you guys can make your own custom prompts. And now you could make it where anyone public, or you could use them, or anyone could use them. So over time, I believe Repurposer 9000 legit will have 9,000 different ways to repurpose your content. Wow. Because you guys make the custom prompts.
Right.
And so, Todd, if you want to show, basically Joey asked for this feature and Todd used it first. Okay. So watch this. All right. So literally, like, it is wild. And yeah, Joey asked for a song maker, and I was like, all right, we're gonna do this. So this is Repurposer 9000. Okay. And Todd transcribed a video so far. So this is one that's already transcribed. He got the transcript. And then on the left-hand side, there's the little tab that says custom prompts now. Okay. You see that, Joey? You guys see that little side thing? It says custom prompts, and then custom outputs are anything that's generated from your custom prompts. Okay. So custom prompts, if you go back to that custom prompts there, in here, you have 2 tabs at the top. You have your prompts, which is any prompt that you make for yourself. So your account becomes more valuable. And then you also have public prompts, which is the software becomes more valuable because everybody turns them public if they want. And then they're all on here. And now there's song makers, viral quotes, NF music maker, right? If you want that NF music style, because he has a sick rap style, you know what I mean? And so I wanted it in there, you know? And so
he was just talking about NF last night. He's smiling.
Dude, he's sick, bro. And so I love his music. You got to make it or make it, bro. And so you could turn your prompt. So right here, Todd has teaching moments finder, which is I'm jealous that he didn't turn it public.
I'm still trying it.
All right. So that's awesome. So So tell us what you did here, Todd.
So I just said, okay, what would be a title in teaching moments? Let's just start with 2 to 5 minute instructions. So let's see what it can do to find those, provide the entire 2 to 5 minute transcript where a good teaching moment would result in a good video clip. Give us why and give us the timestamps. So that created some cool outputs. I created this teaching points that gave a summary of here's what I find that are good points, but it didn't give me the full transcript where I could find it in the thing. However, my outputs, we can look at those. So here's a transcript for, this is the 2 to 5 minute one. Overcoming fear and embracing kingdom community, the power of strategic partnerships, relatability. One of our guys in our mastermind, Roy, was getting over fear of different things. Gave some great insight. And then, so here's the start time and the end time on the transcript. And then down here is some of the things that he said. So we can go find this and extract that video out and then turn that into a video short that we can, turn public and be a teaching moment. Then the other custom output, so I've got 3 here, is we said, give us 2 to 15 minute outputs that are teaching points. And it gave us some things to go look in, like where I got 4,500 views overnight with a YouTube short and some of the things that we could teach on. So it gave us what we could teach about if we wanted to go into those. And I thought that was interesting too. So it allows a lot of repurposing through all of this. So anyway, having fun with that. It's really been a blast.
Absolutely beautiful. So these are all those little things that you were like, man, I wish Repurposer 9000 could do. And it just didn't have the ability yet. And then you made it be able to do that. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's been fun. Yeah. It can do anything.
That's what's up. That is so beautiful. All right. So check out this. So I'm going to share a little bit more on this so you guys can see how to actually use this. Okay. So inside Repurposer 9000, here's what I made. All right. I made it where we could come in here and we could add our YouTube video, right? So it pulls in that YouTube video and then we could download this transcript. Okay. Once you download this transcript, you can see it pops into your little downloads area. All right. Now you're able to say, click to repurpose. All right. And inside here, there's all of these. One, it gives you your full transcript. So at any time you want to see what you said, you could just come in here and you could copy in the top right where it says copy all. You could copy all of the text. All right. This copies your entire transcript. Why would you ever want to copy your transcript? Well, if I hit copy all and I go into something like my AI team, well, I could come in here and I could say notes page and I could say, create me a world class notes page that is super in depth from this transcript of my AI coaching call training. All right. And I could plop that entire transcript, 13,000 words into this. And then in a few seconds, the AI is going to code up, right? It's going to start coding us up this little thing. So I could take that transcript and put it into other softwares. Okay. So that's just at the very basic of what you guys can do. Well, what I did is I decided, well, let me give you guys a couple buttons that you guys can just write SEO content with, right? At the very basic, you're going to need to take your transcript and you're going to need to generate SEO. So you could press that button and it's going to generate your title, your description from your transcript. You see in a few seconds, it just generated that. Boom. All right. And then this generates now I have 1 of 5. Okay. So you could generate multiple if you want different ones. And then it generates a description, all of your tags. So I could get found on YouTube, right? You need your tags to get found. And then what Todd was saying is I also give you this AI generated thumbnail prompt. All right. So you could take this and you could come over into the thumbnails on the left-hand side. You guys can see I have 38 on this one video. All right. So I could generate thumbnails. It looks like I might need some more credits. to be able to generate these. Let me see. Yep, insignificant credits. Okay, so good thing I'm the owner. The mob.
You're the provider. You're the dealer.
So I'm gonna go in my handy dandy back end and give
Get in
myself
without credits.
Give us all credit. This is cool, Jeff. I like it.
You like it? All right.
Yeah.
Well, here's what it is. All
I
right,
already
so-
have an idea of somebody that probably would buy this from you. Is there affiliate links?
I already got mine.
There absolutely is. And Todd and Joey have been working with me to make sure that this is successfully set up where the affiliate program is tracking. Todd and Joey are the first 2 customers. Todd is already an affiliate, and Todd has made 2 sales already with his affiliate link. Okay, so it is fully up. It's fully tracking everything. And because you guys showed up, I'm not going to hook you guys up with a free account, but if you guys have an account or get an account in the next 48 hours, I'm going to hook you guys up with 1,000 credits. Okay, just for you guys showing up on the call. All right, so if you guys already have an account, which Joey and Todd do, I'm going to hook you guys up with 1,000 credits for showing up. And then if Troy and Juliet get an account in the next day or so, I'll hook you guys up with 1,000 credits also, just for showing up.
Do you have a sales video or page telling you what this thing does?
Yes. So if you go to repurposer9000.com, right? So this is transform YouTube videos into content that converts. All right. This is the sales page and everything. Basically from here, you could insert in, if you insert in your YouTube video link right here, it will prompt them to get started and then prompt them to this is what it does, how to get started with the image creation, all of that stuff. And so, yeah, right inside. And so, and then Shanti showed up. Shanti, just for showing up, if you do get this software, you also get 1,000 credits for showing up for the class. So you rock. All right. You still have to have a subscription, and then you get 1,000 bonus credits with your class. So you'll be able to see in the replay what I mean. Thank you for showing up. Okay. So Juliet just said something really important. Okay. So she says, do you guys have an affiliate program for this software? Okay. So if I refresh in a few seconds, I have 1,000 credits because I'm a ball, just like you guys all got hooked up with 1,000 credits also. Okay. So now we actually have this where we can actually generate thumbnails. All right. So I believe there's going to be 2 things. Joey asked for a feature that can we add our transcripts and then make content so we could do it proactively. We could do it before. But I believe there's a whole market out there that people built YouTube channels, kind of like what Joey was saying, and they haven't done the basics of a thumbnail, a description, a title, and all their tags. Just the very basics they haven't done. Okay, so
this would be great. A gold mine.
nailed it. So I believe that there actually is a service here called repurposing as a service. And I believe that we can literally have an offer where it's like, I love that Shanti showed up because Shanti has a daughter that she said, how can I use this example? Like, what are you wanting? What I'm wanting is someone to take this software, Repurposer 9000. Hi, Shanti. Repurposer 9000 and turn it into a service. And I'm looking for somebody that says, I see this as an opportunity. I will take your YouTube video that you've already put up and I will optimize your channel. And I will go through and add the titles and thumbnails and turn this Repurposer 9000 into a service. And those are the people I'm looking for because I know that I'm going to have people on my Facebook that I have already in YouTube. They're already doing that, but they're not going to want to go do this. Maybe they want to use the software, but maybe they want to hire someone. And so I'm looking for someone that sets that up as a service, at least one person. So I could say, hey, go hire this person that they're willing to do that. Okay.
You should get on a call with her, Jeff.
Absolutely. That'd be awesome. I can't wait.
She just went through 18 years of random videos in multiple locations and spliced together certain sections with sometimes audio of the video, sometimes audio superimposed, and made this whole montage of my daughter for her graduation and did the whole thing in 30 minutes. It was ridiculous. Not sure what software she was using, but he just isn't clear what you want her to, like, what would be a good example of, like what would be a good demo.
Yes. Okay. So, Shanti, here's what's amazing. Right now, the people that would potentially hire her are sitting on this call. We have Todd on this call. Toddy, if you had a coaching video that you needed put into a short, into what she just said, like you need to be able to cut up and put it into a video. Is that something that you're willing to, one, give someone a try for a demo, and then two, potentially hire someone like that for a service? And then what would that look like if you were?
Yeah, I'd hire them. We have so many to get repurposed, need the human touch, work with all the tech here and get it rocking and rolling. That'd be great to have somebody to take that off my plate. Yeah, absolutely. We teach every week.
And I
Cool.
think so. My example too, I have these coaching calls like this. I need them cut into a YouTube short that is actually like that I'm willing to put onto my Facebook. Sometimes Opius clip feels spammy, and I'm not trying to get that. So I understand that some people are really good at using Opius clip, which is a software tool that the AI uses. And then it takes these videos and it makes them, but they're good at like making it not look spammy. I don't even have that skill, right? Like, so there is that extra repurposing that puts it into shorts that this doesn't have that ability yet, that there is this human touch that needs that proactive ability for them to create those videos. And I think turning long form into short form is probably what I'm looking for personally. I have these coaching videos. How do I get them into a short that has a call to action that, hey guys, click my link and buy my thing, right? Like if she puts that in a video after all these testimonies, that's what I'm looking for.
And do you say like, here's the video and here's what's most important to me to cover, or is it she watches the video and she decides what's most important to cover?
Yeah. What do you say about that, Joey?
Oh, what I was saying was I'm working with a lady from Florida that has the business. She has a podcast. They're filming a reality show. It's The Laws of Life. And I've been using Opus to make her shorts. And I'm actually going to be using Opus and a combination of another tool. And I'm going to be making her a weekly, instead of her wanting to do a Tuesday recap post, I talked her into making a recap video and running it as an engagement ad for a week, at like $5 a day to try and drive people to her networking call every Tuesday, so running it to a landing page with, telling with more information about why they should come to the networking call. So we're repurposing her 1 hour Zoom call that she has it's a hybrid event. There's people in person, there's people on Zoom. So there's tons of content there. It just needs repurposed.
Absolutely.
So
Okay.
yeah, I'm in that world of Opus, doing a good job of splitting stuff up, but you have to go in there and manually move it around to make it actually look good. Sometimes it nails it, but sometimes the majority of the time it needs that human touch.
Yeah. And Shanti, if you don't know what Opus does, it's another software that takes your long form content and splits it into shorts automatically of the best like cut areas. So it's actually really nice. So she doesn't have to watch the whole video. She just has to go in there and make sure it doesn't sound like it was just like put together by AI. You know what I mean? Like so there is like that touch. So I don't know if that's what she meant, what you were meaning by she took a whole bunch of clips and put it into one. That's kind of what Opus does in a fast way, but then you have to manually touch it up to make it look beautiful. I mean, so I'm excited to see what
she used. She used some sort of, she used some software, but I don't know that it was AI. I don't know what she, I think she said she knows that, whatever you just said, but I think, what was she was using, I'm not sure what software she was using, but she was using.
There's another one
she was
similar,
doing something.
Descript, I believe one is similar to that.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. Well, I would love to see her work and maybe jump on a call with her here shortly. So that'd be awesome. I can't wait. So, yeah. So from here, we're able to take these and generate thumbnails. Okay. So at the very basic, all of these, we're taking the transcript and we're turning it into content, whether that be social media posts, thumbnails, And we're able to generate those. So now I could generate a thumbnail, and now I could say either the custom prompt or let AI decide. If I let AI decide, it will fully generate the whole entire thumbnail for me in a few seconds. Inside this, it's going to spit out 2 different image models, okay? Because I believe sometimes there's certain AI models that do better things, that have more dynamic views and all this stuff, right? So we're going to see right now, these are the 2. I use Ideogram V3 and Google, all right? So now we pop up, this is Google's, right? If you guys wanted to vote, this is number A, right? I spent 140, you won't believe what happens, all right? This one misspelled happens, but all right, okay, all right. All right, and we got this one. This one has tons of misspellings, but I would probably regenerate all of them personally. So
So how does that work for the regenerating? Is it just a click of a button, or just kind of like we do in the regular when I'm generating album covers in your software?
yep, absolutely. So you could go back and you could hit generate thumbnail, or you could always go in the SEO one. I output a AI image generator thumbnail prompt. Okay. So you literally could copy this prompt and you could use this one as the prompt, and you could go to thumbnails and you could go in here and hit generate, and you could go to custom prompt. In the custom prompt, you could absolutely 1000% add everything you want. You could type in, I want a prompt like this. I want like a picture of this, right? Or whatever it is you can add here. All right. So your custom prompt is much more your ability to add whatever you like. All right. And you can generate. I make it where you go ahead, Troy.
Where do you select the AI image generator tool?
In here. So you go down here to thumbnails, left-hand side, and then where it says generate thumbnails at the top. See, this one's much better.
But you said it comes from different platforms, right? Like I'm spacing now. You said
yes.
Google, the different ones. So do you select one of those, or is it pulling from all of them?
Here's what I do. Normally the images are 25 credits per each, but I want to give you guys the option. So I just give you guys 2 images for 25 credits. Okay. So literally you guys just automatically, I give you guys two thumbnails for 25 credits, no matter what. All right.
But those images are generated from where is what I'm getting at. Cause I thought you said, it's been too long. Sorry. I've been away like a month. I haven't seen you guys in a while. The ideogram or which ones do you select one, or is it all go through Google, or where's the image being generated?
Yeah, I just generate it for you automatically. I probably shouldn't tell you guys that there's 2 different models magically. I should just give you 2 different ones to pick from, Essentially, That's just me showing you guys the recipe behind the scenes of this one's Google Image Gen and this one's Ideogram V3. That's like using super technical nerd stuff that most people probably wouldn't even care about.
Yeah, it was the misspelling. I like to pay attention to which ones maybe misspell more than the others, and so that's why I was curious.
They all seem to. They all suck.
Yesterday, I heard good reviews about the new Google. I don't know. I haven't tried it that much, but I heard it was good. The new Google release.
Dude, this one is sick. That's why I added it, because literally as I was building it, I was using the Ideogram V3 at first, and then I saw what this was able to do. I'm like, oh, I'm adding this one too, at least, at least give us both options.
I heard Grok was pretty good with spelling, right?
Yeah, Grok's good with spelling. I don't know if they have image generation yet, right? So it's really just dependent on the image model if they're able to do it. And I will add more image
Twitter
models.
one, right?
Yeah. Yep. So those ones we have in there. From here, okay, inside you guys are also going to be able to do blog articles, right? So basically when I think about repurposing, I think about how are you going to repurpose and what are you going to do with this? So inside here, a lot of you guys, I have Aspire Builder Pro. But here's what we made it where you could do, okay? Inside some of the higher level of accounts, I made it where you guys can actually post to social media. All right, not only post to social media, but also post to blog posts. All right, so inside these, I made it where we can post to social media or post to our blogs through this with our integrations, as long as you guys use a tool like Aspire Builder Pro, and then you guys connect into it, right? Because it gives you guys what's called an API connection, okay? So inside that gives you guys that connection. My Aspire Builder Pro is the HIPAA compliant version, all right, of like a CRM and stuff like that. All right. There's other ones out there that you guys can use. This one will connect into that using the private integration area. And so this gives it where once you guys connect, you guys can post onto your Facebook, your Instagram, and all of those areas. And so not only do you guys have the ability to repurpose that content, but you guys can have your clients set up their accounts and you could start posting to their social medias. And the way I made this is because I have clients that I manage. Well, one of the things that I don't help clients currently with is social media. One is because I don't want to figure out how to log into their social media and manage it all from my phone. So now I made it where I could actually log in through this and manage it. And I could post to their social media and even schedule it to their social medias. Okay.
So would they be the ones that would log in initially and connect it, their social? Or would you still need to like do it? Because I know there's sometimes with the socials, it seems like, you know, it gets angry. Like if you log in from other locations.
Yeah, let me show you guys how to do this, okay? So inside of Aspire Builder Pro, okay, everyone's going to have their own account, right? Everyone has their account or, right? So if inside here, if I share my Aspire Builder Pro, this is my AI team account, okay? So on the left-hand side, I have what's called marketing, all right? So inside marketing, you actually could come in here and you could come in here to up here and you could set up in the gear icon all of your social accounts. So think about this. You're setting up your Aspire Builder Pro account to your social media accounts. And then this connects and handles that integration. All right. So I could hit right here, connect social. And then I could connect my Facebook, my Instagram, my LinkedIn, YouTube, Pinterest. The ones that I got working so far to repost is Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Okay. So on your Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, you could post to those Facebook pages. If I connect to my Facebook, you can see it just says sign in, right? Sign in. And then I could sign in as Jeff, right? And then from here, it's literally going to give me all my pages that I want to actually connect to. All right. So do you guys see, hopefully it shares the screen still. Boom. All right. Share screen. Let me just do my entire window. All right. So you guys can see it connects to my different social media accounts. So whenever you onboard your client, you have them connect their social media accounts to this platform. So you're not logging in through that. You're having them connect this, and this manages all the connections. Okay. From here. Once we have all those connected, you can see I connected Jeffrey Caldwell, my AI team, all of my social media accounts in here. All right. Once I do that, I could have this connection. And then over here, I could go to settings. And then on the left-hand side, we have what's called, if I scroll down to private integrations. All right. Once we have our private integrations, we might get a little nerdy, but this is why it's like on the higher tier, I guess, because essentially I wanted to make sure that this is something, because you're going to be managing an agency, you're managing clients, you actually have this. All right. So in here, I created a brand new private integration. All right. What that looks like, if I edit this one, essentially you have the very first part is where you're able to name this. Let me zoom out. Kind of looks like there. All right. You're able to name it. I just named it blogs. You could name it Repurposer 9000, right? Repurposer 9000. And then I hit next. All right. Inside here, these are all the scopes. All right. The scopes just mean what are you giving permission of this software to access inside your data. All right. Inside Aspire Builder Pro, we have a HIPAA compliant version. All right. That HIPAA compliant version, you don't want to give access to everything in your software. Right. So you want to make sure your scopes are, you're saying, I only want to give this person access and permission to certain things inside my account. Okay. That's what this is actually doing. Well, if you guys are going through inside here, we're going to need everything that has to do with blogs. Okay. So you're going to need everything that has to do with blogs. So you're going to type in here, you're going to type in search, and you're going to type in blogs, and you're going to check all the options that say blogs. You see how I have create blog, update blog, check blog post, view blog categories. You have to give those permissions in order for us to connect correctly. Well, same thing if I type in social. We're going to be connecting on the socials. You see how it says view social media post, edit social media post, view social media account? You need to make sure you have all social media as an access in a setting, okay? So all of those tags need to be able to do anything that says social media planner right, social planner, all social media, okay? Social. The very last thing is you need to make sure it says user. It says view user. Where it says edit users, you don't want that. We just want view user, okay? Once you have that, you're going to hit update. It's going to come over here and it's going to give you an access token, right? I'm going to rotate and expire this token right now, and it's going to give me a token, and it's going to pop up, and now I have this token. This token is your guys' secret token. If anyone gets access to this, like you guys see how I'm exposing this right now to you guys? If anyone gets access to that, they have access to be able to do all the things that you just gave access to on the scopes. All right, the reason I'm teaching you guys this is because you guys eventually can build software that can connect into these type of tools. I built a software that is connecting into our account of Aspire Builder Pro. You know what I mean? And now this is how you do this. So you guys are in the AI coaching class, not just the AI by Jeff Stuff class. All right, you guys are in the coaching class to learn how to one day be a developer to build software just like this. And now all of a sudden, I'm able to build software on top of this software. And I could come in here, and I could come in here where it says social media posting dashboard, and I could add new integration once I set all that up. And this bearer token, I'm going to paste that bearer token right there, okay? The other thing I'm going to do at the very top of my URL, all right? Or in the left-hand side, whether it's in here, this little token right here, or where it says my profile. All right, let's see if it says my profile here. All right, not my profile. It's going to see right here. All right, business profile. You see how it says business profile, and then it actually says location ID? We're going to copy this location ID. All right, those are the two things that we need to connect into one of these accounts. Okay, so think about this. If we can do that, we can connect into those accounts. We'll watch what happens. Right now, I'm going to put my AI team, and I'm going to put my location ID, and I'm going to hit save integration. Look what just happened. Up at the very top, it says your integrations, and then it has my AI team, and then it has location ID. Well, now I could click accounts, and look, it pulled in all my social media accounts. My Facebook page, my AI team Facebook page, my LinkedIn page, all of the accounts that I connected to Aspire Builder Pro. Okay? All of those accounts. It connected into that one. Okay, so now you guys can see if I go to make a post, I can see all of my posts that I made. This is all my account posts that I've ever made on my account. I could also go here into compose. And if I generate something from the Repurposer 9000, right? If I create something inside this software, well, now I could actually post it, right? So I could actually post my social media post. So if I go into Repurposer 9000 and this post right here, I actually like this one, right? I have some social media posts that I liked, right? And so it says, ever wonder how long it will take to launch an idea for paying customers? My latest YouTube. I pull back the curtains, right? Right? And now I have a post right here, and I could go into Repurposer 9000 and I could post this. And I could say, this is my post, right? Ever wonder how long it takes the software? Boom. I'm going to edit this before I post it. Okay. You'll see a live demo, and I'm just going to say, who wants to see a live demo? All right. Boom. And then right here, watch this is the link. So I could post this, and here's what's cool. We could add media library. So at any time I could go over into my thumbnails, right? And I could literally go into this picture, and I could right click, and I could copy image address, and I can plop that in here. All right. And it now will add that media to my post. And now I'm posting not only the comment with this, but I'm posting this image. All right. And then it says first comment. Well, guess what? I could take this, and I can, let's see, let's go back onto this, right? I could take this, my post, my social media post, where it says click here to watch the full video. And I could also add a first comment to this. So this is the first comment that actually appears on our post. All right, we could select accounts. So I could literally say this is going to get posted on Jeffrey Caldwell page, and this is going to get posted on my LinkedIn page because I never post on my LinkedIn, right? Who's on that? All right, but whatever. All right, and so I'm just going to say, watch the full video here. Boom. All right. Boom.
Every business is on LinkedIn, every professional business
You're right. And so
that
you're
would
absolutely-
want this software to repurpose their stuff.
So I'm learning too. All right. So look, now we have the option to post now or schedule for later. Okay. You could schedule for later. I'll show you that. Or I could save. Let's just, what did I just do? Did I save as draft? That's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to hit edit. All right. And I want to update post. I want to post now. I do not want to save as draft. What is this? All right. Save as draft. All right. I didn't want to do that. I'm going to delete that save as draft. Who wants to save as draft? That is a terrible option. All right, whatever. All right, we're gonna copy this again. We're gonna try it again.
It says in progress up there. What does that mean?
Let's see. So if I hit in
It says
progress, and if I
Well,
hit refresh data, let's check. It might just be published. All right,
Yeah.
I published it straight up. All right, so let's check if that's true. All right, so now we go to here to my Facebook, my book of faces. Close all of these. Jeffrey Caldwell page. All right. Ever wonder what it takes to launch a software from idea to paying customer? Want to see the live demo? And we already have a comment. And if I comment this, you can see here, watch the full video here. All right. So you can see it post right through that. Right. So literally we're able to connect our accounts. But if you treat me as a client, this is how I built Repurposer 9000. All right. I built it so you could have multiple integrations. And all you have to do is click select, and it's going to select that account.
I remind you of this.
Say that again, Shawnee.
No, I'm sorry. We're good.
Okay, good. Okay. So literally all you can do is
Sorry, that was someone was talking to me and I'm good.
Nice, nice. All right. So you can manage multiple clients all within this. All right. And literally switch between your clients and then post between all accounts, all within one of your Repurposer 9000 accounts. All right. So I'm making it where you guys can manage multiple users all from this dashboard. Super easy. If you do make this as a business, if you click on calendar, you can see I built you guys a little calendar so you can literally get a visual interface of everything that you guys need to build and schedule out. Okay, so now you can see today's the 29th. I literally posted it and it made 2 posts right here. If I click on tomorrow, Friday, you can see I have no post scheduled for this date. Well, I could click create post for this day. And it literally sets the schedule down here automatically for that date. And then you could just adjust the time that you want to post in that day. All right, so you guys can already quickly go on this. Click on your calendar, look what you need to schedule, and start scheduling posts for your social media accounts based off of your guys' account. Okay.
I
Hey,
got
Jeff.
Yo.
Sorry, Troy. Jeff, am I right to say that this won't connect to our personal Facebook pages, only business pages?
Unfortunately, that is correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what I
Yes.
thought. I was just double checking.
Yes. Correct. Your personal, it won't connect. Now, what it does connect to if you connect your Instagram to it, and then you make your Instagram a public or a business Instagram, you could use it like that. But Instagram's the only one that you could kind of do that with. But even Instagram sometimes is the business page that you use on Instagram. So
Right.
I would recommend having pages built just for this, because if you ever want to, basically our next step, okay? If you guys didn't know, what I do with organic content is I take the best organic content and I turn that into ads. All right, so that's like next step for us in the long term. So as you guys are creating content, the best ones are going to be your ads. So you can't run ads from your personal account anyways. Okay, so you want to make sure you're thinking, what am I going to do in 5 years if this post goes viral? I'm going to run ads to it and put my business link on it. You know what I mean? All right. So always think of it like that. And you can't run ads on your personal Facebook also. Okay. So it's best to have a business page.
Yeah,
Right.
and you can still manually post it on your personal.
Absolutely. You can still manually post it, which never takes away from that. All right. Just kind of like what we do. If I share over, remember when we put this AI input? Remember, this is our AI coaching call for software development. This is the giant 13-word transcript that I manually took and pasted it into my AI team. And I said, make me notes. And this is literally a coaching call note. All right. If you guys want to review this is notes from our coaching call. I'll turn it public. Right. And I'll share you guys the domain. And now you guys all can view. Boom. All right. You can all view basically taking it manually from one location and doing something with it. Right. This literally turned this giant thing into a giant notes in like a full-on process that talks about my AI team, Cursor, Namecheap, Rapid AI, Replicate.com, Stripe. Like this is everything. It gives a Repurposer 9000 demo. This is fully from our transcript. So you can always manually take those things. Look, this is a beautiful, look at this notes, man. Installation process, key takeaways, the people closest to you who crap the hardest on your dreams don't listen. All right.
And the secret power in this is if you did this for all your calls, you've got a book. You could have AI write this into my first year teaching AI and building my first, whatever software. And anybody could do that with whatever their topic is that they're doing weekly coaching calls on or whatever. Because somebody taught me when I was in this book writing club, they were saying you can turn your podcasts into your chapters of your book. So like each coaching call is a chapter of your book.
And that's amazing. I would legit partner with somebody to give them 50% royalties of like that book. If they help take that, all my content and put it into a book and repurposed it into a book. You know what I mean? Like I would promote that. I would put it on Amazon. I would sell that.
You can have an audio book generated by AI.
You know what I mean? And so I think that here's the thing is I do think that there is a business model as a service here, but I think every business model starts with you being curious and wanting to do something for yourself, but then finding somebody else that also wants to do that. And then you doing that for them as a service so that you make it you prove out the idea with somebody that's a little bit further than you. Maybe they already have the training videos. Maybe they don't already have you don't have to go the year of the YouTube coaching or the podcast. You just do it for them. Hey, I just want to know if you're willing. I will find somebody that has 10,000 episodes or 1,000 episodes of their podcast and say, hey, I'm willing to repurpose your content and turn it into a book for X amount of dollars on the back end, or a percentage, or a upfront commission, or whatever it is. You make it as a service. And that's what I believe, that we have this tool, finding somebody that is a few steps ahead of us and selling them that service because they don't have enough time to do it, right? They're not willing to do it, but they're willing to say, hey, I'll split commission with you for the rest of my life. And you're a co-author of this. Holy cow, that would be amazing. And I'm willing to do that. And I know another whole bunch of people are, right? You don't know when one software idea changes your life. But I also believe a software idea, if you guys don't know, what we're teaching here is software as a service. Software as a service. But first, you have to take the service and build it out and make it into a service before it's ever a software, right? So like, people write blogs for people off their content already. That's a job. If you guys see now this blog poster is connected, you see how I connected my integrations? Guys, this thing is sick. Watch this. Do you guys want to see me make a blog to my freaking blog post? Do you guys want to see how freaking fast it is? All right. Literally, if I go to Repurposer 9000 and I click on this and I click on Repurposer, right? And I'll go into here. Actually, I'm going to keep this I have little 2 tabs open. So we'll just have 2 tabs. I'll go to blog poster.
Working.
All right. So inside of your guys' account, first things first you have to do. You don't magically have a blog. All right. You got to go into sites and you actually have to go through the whole process of setting up a blog. All right. You have inside of our builder, you have to set up a blog. Okay. So this is where the blogs get posted. All right. So you can see this is my blog. All right. So you have to set these blogs up first at the bare minimum of the name, the author, all of that stuff. Okay. So there is a setup process, but once you could post a post, well, then you come back into here and you make sure you have your blog set up in your scope. and then I could hit create post. All right. And you can see I could select the blog. So you could manage multiple. I set the same thing up. You could set up different integrations. So you could manage multiple clients as blogs. Okay. And then you could select between which one you want to select. If I'm on my AI team, I select that and I could select the My AI Team blog. Super easy. Now I could hit create post and I could post to this blog. Well, now I have title, description, and then HTML content. All right. If you guys don't know,
Jeff.
yes, Juliet.
So say like my company, I'm thinking my professional life now, posts an article.
Yes.
And then from there, I want to like create a blog post from it that I could post on LinkedIn, for example. But I want it more in like my own words instead of the company's words. Can it do that?
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
100%, Juliet. We can do anything here at My AI Team.
Yes.
I know I've done it like manually, but I'm just saying is this gonna automatically do it? Because I don't want to like take all their words like and just pretend them they're my own, you know?
Absolutely. Welcome to the Repurposer 9000. All right. So check out this. All right. So inside here, once we download one of these videos, let me just show you. One is we could always click where it says blog articles on the left-hand side. We could always click generate, and this will say your blog title. So you could pick your blog title, and sometimes I say you pick, right? Literally, that's how much I say you pick. And then in the key topics, I like to tell it what I want inside going on in the article, okay? So I literally tell it, sometimes I like to say, I am Jeff, the one like teaching in the class, all right? The class. Also the one writing the blog. All right. Spit it out as if it's me. All right. From the point of view as me. All right. And then I could choose the blog type. Here's what I love. I actually, you see how it says on the left-hand side and the kind of hidden, it kind of says how many blog articles I've generated so far, right? So it shows that I've generated 4 little blog articles down here in the left-hand corner so far. Because every single time I make one of these, I'm like, oh my God, I can make a how-to article. I can make a listicle article. So it takes my transcript and makes a listicle style article. Boom, watch this. Or I can make a tutorial or a news article as if I'm reporting on this, or an opinion piece. So this is an opinion piece. So now, Juliet, all a news article is my opinion about something. That's all a news article is. But a news is just saying, this is our professional opinion about this, unbiased. Well, an opinion piece, a podcaster that talks about news is just saying, here's my opinion. So you could inject your opinion into this, or you could make it a review style if it's a review based off of this. So I'm going to go with the listicle, and then I'm going to hit generate blog article. So in a few seconds in the right-hand corner, you see it's generating. For 10 credits, we are getting a blog article. If you guys don't know, that's for 10 cents. It's generating you guys a blog article from your transcript based off of the $19 a month that you're paying. Okay. And then in a few seconds, boom, here's a review style blog. This is not the one I read. Did it just say review? What is this? All right. 1 of 5. Boom. All right. Blog title. You see how it says title? From zero to software hero, how you can build your own AI-powered empire and not be a coder. All right, what's up, Jeff? All right, legends. And so this is literally, like inside here, hey, legends, right? That's how I freaking open. What's up, legends, right? Like I freaking started that call. And it's literally this entire thing. But if we scroll down a little bit, all the way down here, we have this thing called HTML version. Okay. HTML version, baby. All right. And if you guys didn't know, HTML version, HTML is my favorite language. All right. HTML is what this accepts in behind the scenes in the API. That's just nerdy stuff. All right. The API accepts an HTML input to be able to generate blogs. So guess what? I have this thing output an HTML right into this. This thing needs an HTML. Let's do it. So what I do is where it says HTML version, I copy this entire thing. Bam. All right, copy the entire thing, and I come back into Repurposer 9000, the other page, and I paste it. All right, and this pastes the whole thing. Now, if I scroll up here, we need the title and the description. Those are the 2 things that we need, okay? So what I'm going to do is, this is kind of nerdy and kind of technical. I'm going to look through here, and you see how it says in here, it says the description right here in the words. Bam. I'm going to copy the word description. It says like description, metadata, name, description. And I'm just going to copy that and I'm going to paste it. That's it. All right. Then I'm going to down here and it says title right here. Well, same thing is I'm going to copy the title because I want the title, and I'm going to copy that and I'm going to add the title. That's it. So now I have the title and the description from the HTML. And then down here we have the URL slug, which is how you the actual like URL, you can change it, but I could check availability, right? So it's available. All right. And then we have the featured image. So we go back here and we pick a thumbnail that we like. All right. And then I'm literally going to find one that, right, I have some fun ones, right? Like I have these different ones. All right. So I'm going to find one that I actually like for this, right? Let's see. Boom. I kind of like some of the ones that we made up here. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to copy image address, and I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to featured image. I'm going to paste that image address and I'm going to click add image. Boom. All right. And add is the image. All right. The featured, right down here, it says featured URL, alt image text. I usually just paste the title, and then it has author. So you see that it's connecting to my authors in my account. All right. Then I'm going to scroll down. I could pick my categories. You could set up your categories inside your blogs whenever you set up your blogs. And from here, I'm just going to put software as my tag, software development. You could have the AI make your tags too, right? And then when to publish, right? So I could, same thing. I could schedule when to publish, or I could publish now. All right. And so now I could hit now and I could hit publish. Boom. And we just literally published a blog post. All right. And so in a few seconds, we have this blog. And if I go over here, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to refresh this in a few seconds. New blog post. Boom. If you guys don't know what HTML is, HTML spits out in a few seconds, you're going to see a stylized blog. So we don't even have to worry about styling. So here we go. Here's our blog post, that very first one. We could see 1106. If I copy this link, we go from here. We have our blog post. I'm going to share it with you guys. Boom, baby. And I just shared it with you. You guys can see we literally just posted a blog. Okay, so now we have a full-on blog. All right, free $1,000 software template from zero to hero, how you can build your own AI-powered software empire if you're not a coder. It stylizes this. Hey, legends, your friendly AI coach and blog writer here. If you ever dreamt of building your own software, leaving your 9-to-5 behind and creating your own true financial freedom, then the post is for you. Forget what the experts tell you about needing years of coding expertise, experience, or massive investments. I'm here to tell you how. I'm a guy who looked at code 10 months ago, and building an AI-powered software empire, and how you could do the same. That's what's up. All right, it says, first off, shout out to my incredible students, the same ones that showed up to this call today, baby. Naeem, Joey, Todd, Shanti, Claude Renee. I think it might have spelled Shanti's name, so I could go back in there and update. All right, that's AI up there. Mike, you guys are the real MVPs. Seriously, without you showing up, it'd be talking to myself. Let me show you guys what the editor looks like. When you go into here, you can edit it here, but watch. You're not going to be editing HTML code, right? If I want to update this post, it imports into this straight up as full freaking text. So you're able to edit right here, and I could edit Shanti's misspelled name from the AI. All right, and I could update this, right? And so you're able to fully update this by yourself, making blog posts, like all by repurposing content, okay? All by this. Now, here's the thing. If you want to make it where what Juliet asked, right? Juliet asked, said, well, what if we want it in our own voice sometimes? Well, sometimes you could go into custom prompt, and check this out. I could go into custom prompt, and I could go into here, and I could say Juliet writer, right? As soon as I could learn how to spell first, right? And I could say Juliet writer, and she might, because I know, has a crypto blog. And that might be one of the things. Maybe that's what she's focused on. I don't know, right? But that might be one of these things. And she could add this, and I could say writes crypto blogs as Juliet. right? And from here, you could add your prompt content. So what you're doing when you set this up, you're actually saying you are a world-class blog post writer, right? You take the transcript and report it as Juliet, right? The crypto girl legend, right? Right. And so you're able to infuse this. Now, here's what the thing, if you wanted to output HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you can say output the blog in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And that is what you need to input into the blog poster, okay? And regular text, right? So you could actually read it without being a nerd, right? Regular text, all right? And you could actually have this. And so you can have it where it's going to take your input and completely update it. Now, let me show you guys. Sometimes I know that you guys might need some type of like dynamic answer. Okay, so what I did is where it says user questions optional. Super nerdy, but hopefully you guys could follow me. All right, you see how it says tip, use placeholders like answer 1, answer 2 if you want users to insert their response. Okay, so where it says add question, I could add a question here. And this gives us the ability to ask the user a question before they generate a prompt. Okay, so what Juliet could do, she could say, what personality or what emotion do you have about this article? Okay, right? And now what it's going to do, and I could say up here, I could say in this, I'm going to say you are going to act as if you have this emotion towards this article. And then look, you see down here where it says answer 1 and answer 2, it's kind of stylized this like little nerdy, okay? But what this is going to do is answer 1 is this question 1. So whenever they answer the question, it's going to magically input answer 1 right here on the back end. Okay, does that make sense? All right, it's just going to input whatever they answer from here, from that. And so watch what I'm doing. I'm going to hit create prompt and I'm going to show you. If I hit use, look, it says answer questions. Crypto writer, Juliet writer, what emotion do you want about this article? And I'm going to say snarky. Maybe Juliet's feeling snarky and sassy. All right. And Juliet, we're going to generate this content. And now it's going to generate this output in a few seconds. We have 10. All right. Right now in our custom output, in a few seconds, it's going to generate that custom output in your language, in your type, in your brand. And you might set up that for both companies, for your business and your client's business. So you're generating totally different articles based off of those two custom prompts. Does that make sense? All right, so look, here we go. All right, okay, buckle up, buttercups. Juliet, the crypto girl legend, is about to drop some truth bombs. All right, on this transcript. That's less than a transcript, more a verbal marathon of self-congratulations. Oh my God. This is a verbal marathon of self-congratulations of Jeff. What the freak?
That's good.
That is the most painful thing I've ever read in my life.
Is this me like roasting you or what?
Yeah, this is you roasting me. It says, let's dive into the glorious, chaotic world of Jeff, who apparently moonlights as a motivational speaker, software guru, and accidental. I moonlight. I got fired for that on my last job. My God, I don't even know if I want to read this. This hurts too bad. Oh my God, Juliet, why you gotta be so rough? All right, dude. Oh, this hurts my ego so bad. Oh my God. All right. Do you guys want me to post this?
Yeah, those
You
are-
did
those are
it
all
to
the
yourself.
I'm gonna post this as a draft. I'm not posting this for the.
Those are compliments.
All right, check this out. All right, new snippet, and I'm gonna say Juliet's roast. All right, let's go. All right, and then I'm just gonna hit create. Oh man, this is. All right, so if you ever hit create, Shanti showed me that it creates a blank one like that. All right, it doesn't create you anything. And then you could copy the code at any time and you could paste. And here's Juliet's roast. And Todd. Todd, you're not alone. What's up, man? Oh my God, this thing is rough. Oh my God, this thing is not nice at all. You are sassy. All right, Juliet's crypto confessions, Jeff's. How to sell $1,000 template you got for free, apparently. All right, Jeff kicks off his masterclass. His words, not mine, by shouting a bunch of names.
I like Juliet's take.
Juliet, you are the greatest. Apparently, they're freaking legends who showed up, because if it didn't, Jeff wouldn't be a teacher. Oh my God, this is the roughest thing I've ever. This is the roughest thing I've ever written. Oh my God, this
Awesome.
AI model is not nice. This is not nice.
You obviously haven't been too nice to them today. You gotta talk nicer to your AI.
Oh, this is money talk, cups and millions and generational wealth. Throughout the entire Jeff speech, Jeff keeps circling back to money.
That's so funny.
He talks about putting down little cups to collect money, making hundreds of thousands of dollars from software, and how software has the highest market evaluation. He's building a massive army and wants his students to become so rich they're donating 1% of their company, a $20 million check to Todd's charity. Because good karma. Oh, this is some Juliet. He even delves into his personal motivation to call a time when his phone looks malnourished. And how he doesn't want to go back. His kids won't have fast food job for their first gig because they're building a Roblox tool that makes millions. Oh God, this is great. I love seeing my life from somebody else's perspective.
Paste that URL in the chat.
Oh God. All right, guys. Oh, I hope no one sees me like this. This is the roughest thing I've ever. This is how YouTube comments see me. All right. This is.
Oh my God.
Oh
I'm
my
glad I tuned into this episode.
This is the most embarrassing episode. I want to go back to the motivational stuff. This is the most embarrassing episode I've ever been on. All right.
This is the best stuff.
If you guys read this, let me know. But this is nothing says world-class typo developer like a typo on a live demo. It's talking how I misspelled PHP to .pgp. Oh my!
I mean,
Dude.
so accurate because he's like
Yeah.
the worst typer.
No, you can't
This
get
is
anything
the
past.
rawest thing I've ever felt, dude. This just hits me at the core. I don't even want to read it out loud. This is mad as a string wraps. Get out of here. It's this. Jeff starts off his so-called masterclass by shouting a bunch of names.
Dude, hilarious.
Oh my
that's how
God!
start
I can
off all
picture
my
us at like a conference. Like someone gets up and roasts you, like saying all this.
This is the most. You cannot.
Great.
You see that Juliet's take? It's not like they carved this time out of their busy schedules or anything. They just like existed in the same digital space as Jeff. Revolutionary.
That's the best.
Oh my God. This is viral content. This is so hurtful. How do I read through this? I don't want to read it. But wait, there's a twist. Cotton.
It's hilarious.
So
Yeah,
wait,
let's put that in Notepad or put it. Can we repurpose this as a faceless video stand-up comedy or something?
please don't.
Like make this a podcast. This whole article, this whole blog post.
You gotta show this to your wife, Jeff.
Yeah, let's repurpose this.
I am
Dude.
sweating right now, guys.
You
It's,
will,
Let's repurpose
you will love
this.
it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
oh, this is rough. Oh God.
This is awesome. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it is totally awesome. What if you just made different roasts on different people and you had a YouTube AI roast channel?
Oh,
And you- and you-
YouTube roast channel.
Yeah, and it
But
just roast
You guys
everyone.
know I think this feels so personal, and that's why it feels so hurtful. I am actually embarrassed for myself right now. You guys don't even know.
Let's you know what we do is it's a YouTube roast channel and we just need to get it to humbleme.com and you just put your own biography in there and you let it roast you just so that you can put yourself in your place every once in a while.
It's a test of your core identity. Do you have a
Yeah.
strong core identity or not? Let's see if you do.
This is what happens when AI drinks. The truth comes out.
Yeah, this is, yeah.
Is-
So look, it says Juliet's take: prepackaged gift of bugs. Oh, Jeff, you're too kind. That it's like giving a broken toy for Christmas, but you're supposed to learn by fixing it. I prefer my software to, work, but hey, if you're into mechanisms of debugging, this is your jam.
I mean, how hysterical would that be? Like a little roast channel or a roast site.
That was hilarious.
People just
Wow.
roast themselves.
People are gonna get their butt hurt because I did it to one of the trance artists that I'm friends with, and people were like, "Oh, you need to take this down. That's not nice."
That's what I mean. I'm actually offended by this, me reading it myself. So I hope that you guys don't generate this as an opinion of me by any means. But I could see how by listening to it, oh my God, this is how I sound. How do I fix this?
Oh, Callan's here.
It's like worse
Perfect.
than listening to your own
Perfect,
voice.
Callan. You joined at the perfect time.
Oh
Perfect.
God.
That's funny.
Callan, Juliet has really mixed feelings about me, and she shows up to my class and roasts me. So yeah. But
So-
what up, man? How you been? If you're there.
So Juliet, you asked for this blog in your voice. So is this your own GPT that you prompted, or
I didn't do any of this. He did this.
what's that?
He put me as a snarky. I don't know.
Sassy.
Okay, so yes, because I know you can actually make your own custom GPT to always create in your voice. I didn't know if that was built if you just typed it into the prompt a certain way, or if this is actually something that it sounded like you've used before, Juliet.
I mean, I created a roast on someone, but
Okay, but it was like just a singular blog post.
yeah, it was
like a custom.
I think I
Because I
took
think that
their tweets, and I used Grok, and I ended up having Grok summarize, and then from there I fed it into, I think, my AI team to generate a roast, which then I put into Suno to do like a stand-up comedy.
so roast and my AI generator is a specific app or a custom GPT that's in there.
No, I was just using the chat
Okay.
feature in there. Yeah, I
Oh,
use
okay.
Grok in Twitter, the AI
Yeah,
to
yeah.
summarize their tweets.
What I'm getting at is it really is brilliant. And what if there was just a GPT roaster and you didn't have to put in it had a similar voice? Because I would love to copy that voice that just created that blog post and use it to roast on different people, pulling from transcripts of people's YouTubes.
Yeah, exactly.
You just pull the transcript, throw it in the roaster, and then throw that shit back at them, or repurpose it as your own stand-up comedy roaster YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you know, you can change the names to protect the innocent, something like that. Yeah, so you don't get freaking busted. But it would all resemble, you know, so and so cooking in Kentucky, and you know who else cooks in Kentucky but this YouTube person, you know. So that could be a lot of fun. I could see, you know, I think about people who don't. What first reminded me of, remember when we were doing all the music stuff, and I put out my Smokey the Bear, and you know, to have kind of the whole comedy niche channel. So if you had a comedy niche roaster channel, and then pulling transcripts from everybody else, I think could be really good. And you wouldn't really have to create content; you just have to find it, and then yeah, because I think it's really cool.
Indeed.
Like, hopefully we're gonna have to replicate it, so we'll have to roast somebody else and see if it says funny it's Jeff, or if Jeff. It always has to be Jeff.
So Troy, what you could do is literally come in here and make a prompt and then just turn it public, and anyone could use this.
Right.
So that's what I mean by this is over time is going to expand. You know what I mean? And so
yeah, I was curious of a couple of things. So yes, to make it public. One thing I thought, which on another group that I'm in, they talk about is as it gets, you know, more and more people on here, and these are all public prompts, is you're going to want a way to sort them through tags or maybe through files to be able to organize. But keep that in mind. But that's later. And then what's up, Colin? Two questions that I had earlier was because I've thought about
You
this
missed
before.
everything, Callan. Everything.
Is there a way to pull from two different YouTube videos at the same time, or do you have to like pull from one, pull from the other, and then copy and paste? So if I had, say, a couple of podcasts or interviews that I really liked, but I you know, they're both on different top realtors, let's say, or whoever it might be, and I want to pull the best points from both of them into one, and then repurpose that as my own because it's a melding of two. How would you do that? Could you? And then where's the affiliate link, or where do we find it? In the same place with the other ones? And it's been a while before I went back, so you might want to remind us or remind me.
Yep. To get your guys' affiliate link, go to learn.myai.team after you sign up for the software, and it will be in there. I have it automatically unlock it there for you. Inside here, if you wanted to make it where you could add 2 posts and transcripts into one article, all we would do, let's just say it was like Juliet's crypto writer. I could edit this, and you see how it says ask another question? Well, I could say also use this second article. And then if I have right here, add question, I could say insert second article. Okay. Second article. Transcript. Okay. All right. And now if I hit also right here, you see how it says answer 2? Well, we could copy this little answer 2, and I could copy this. So that is going to be the answer 2. So from that answers question 2, and I could hit update prompt. And now if I was to use this, you see how it says, what emotion do you want about this article? I could insert in sassy again, right? Sassy. And I could also insert in a full nother prompt. So I could insert in, let's just say, it's crazy it is, repurposer 9000. I could go to this. One of my videos, all right, just so we could see that dynamicness, was all about Jurassic World. This is my son's channel.
Right.
Okay. I could hit copy all. I could copy this transcript, and I could go over here, paste it in. The AI that I'm using behind the scenes has 1 million token context, which means it could take up freaking half of a book. You know what I mean? Like the thing could take in so much content that it's no worry, right? So then you hit generate content. It's going to generate. We have 11 custom outputs. It's going to generate a custom prompt in a few seconds, a custom output, using those 2 articles into one article now. All right. And so now we're going to have an article that's going to be as crazy as it is about some dinosaurs with my coaching class.
That's a sassy one about dinosaurs.
A sassy one about dinosaurs and my coaching. All right. So you absolutely 1000% can merge those 2. And that's how you're going to get probably the best outputs, because you're taking 2 completely different things and inputting your own. Okay. So I highly encourage you to do that.
Yeah, yeah, the copy and paste way. I didn't know if when you pulled it, if you could do it like, okay, insert the URL for this YouTube video, insert the URL for this YouTube video, and then have a prompt that says merge these two and pull out these points, and basically a prompt that just pulls from two URLs rather than copying and pasting a transcript from these URLs.
That makes sense. Yeah, it would be the copy paste method. Yep.
Okay. And then the one idea I had while you were talking about the public is just like with my AI team, where you could charge for things. Can you charge for the usage of those public prompts that you have created?
That's a great question. Now let me ask you, if we were to charge for them, like maybe we could do that. Would you want it to be like maybe there's like a credit and you get credits when they use it?
Yeah. That's the first thing that popped in my head was that, it could be odd for a charge, like, why are you charging? But if you could get credits for every time somebody uses it, and maybe those that you would just add a little bit more than the typical token charge, so that you're making a small percentage on the back end that that balances out the credits you make that somebody would get for creating the prompt. I don't know.
That sounds like a great option, and I think I could set something up like that. Yeah.
It could be cool. It adds some motivation to maybe be a little more intentional about quality prompts and not just throwing garbage out public because you want it. And then you get to see how much it uses. So I don't know. It's a win-win that way.
I agree. That's a great freaking fantastic idea, Troy. I love that. So yeah, because I'm already tracking how many times it's used, and so we could see how many times it's used, and then even make it where you charge credits. I think that's
maybe it shows up. So the more you could sort maybe these prompts by most used, most popular, that sort of thing. Heck yeah. So
I love that idea. Okay, I'm gonna update that too. Those are two fantastic ideas that I've gotten from this class, that I'm gonna charge for custom prompts credits, and then make it where we could have a little system. I think that'd be amazing. And then, that's going to make it where it ties our motivations together. Now you're right. You're going to make custom prompts that you're like, wow, I could almost have this account for free with credits, extra credits, if I just build amazing prompts. So.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so funny because right now I'm thinking of this, and I saw Callan is on it. So it's this. So this came up because I use the Chevron app, and then there's rewards, just like pricing and rewards, motivation, gamification, all that stuff is really fascinating to me. So when somebody who's aware of that stuff and it kind of has their guards up, but it works on them, like somebody like me, I go, oh, okay, this is a quality drug, so to speak, because it got me addicted to this thing. So there's this damn game. Maybe it was earlier this month, but this past couple of days I played it a lot. And it reminds me of this. It's this here. I'll pull it up. Dice Dreams. You see this thing? I'll send you an invite, but you can share it's crazy. So with Callan, because we're friends on Facebook, I was able to share things with him through the app because we were both signed in on Facebook on this thing, and it's pretty crazy. But this is the tokenization, rewards, gamification, and really just using this kind of using those tokens as essentially a digital currency within the back end of your game, and motivating people to maybe purchase more credits, purchase more of this, take more action to gain, like creating a prompt to get credits for that, basically bounce, zero out your cost for the month. So it's just it's interesting stuff. I'll share this with you so you can play with it too, Jeff, if you want.
Yeah, that's huge. I love that. That's such a great idea. we could have top creators and you could search by creator. That'd be legend.
Yeah,
That'd be so cool.
it's a lot you can do with it.
Because I literally have some like website prompts and like prompts that I could add into this that would be world class, that would like help. But I want credits. I want like, I know they're my credits, but I still want to level up. You know, I want mine to be the best. Like,
Right.
I want you guys to be like, dude, that one's sick. Like I use that every day, you know? Like I want stuff like that.
Well, yeah, and think about it. It's almost like it's kind of a classroom, a game. It's a sandbox to play in. Maybe you can what's the word I'm looking for? You can validate or confirm some ideas or your skills, right? So hey, look, we're in this group together. I'm building up these prompts. My prompts start killing it because we have a large enough marketplace or not a large enough mastermind or group in here. You go, shoot, I'm gonna go pro. I'm done with the amateur league, you know, I'm going to the NBA, that sort of thing, right? And then so it's crazy. It's good stuff.
I like it. Heck yeah.
You're
All right,
all,
guys.
it's been a long time. I haven't seen all of you, and it's good to see you.
Yeah. Thanks for showing up, Troy. Definitely.
Yeah, it's in Colorado, I think a couple weeks, my niece's graduation, and so it's busy, but it's good to be here.
Yeah. If you guys do get, like I said, just for you guys showing up, if you guys do get Repurpose 9000, it comes with an extra 1,000 credits because you guys showed up to the class. There is an affiliate program too, so it's all connected. It's connected to all of My AI Team's products too. So if you do promote one product and they buy another My AI Team product, like our coaching or classes, you get commission on that too. So
And this is under the same affiliate umbrella, right? Because
Yep.
I already have the affiliate for the My AI Team tool, so I'm basically already covered. It would just be a separate independent link for this tool.
nailed it. Yep, that is correct. And it's already connected to the same affiliate, like Stripe account. Everything's connected.
Right.
So heck yeah.
You rock.
Message me if you need help getting your link. So
Absolutely.
heck yeah. Thank you guys for showing up to the class. You guys rock. You guys are definitely legends.
I'll see you later. I'm gonna read that blog post in detail and come up with some more roads. That's
I really hope you guys don't.
It's like a good South Park episode right there. Love it.
I wish it would have been a little bit nicer, but like the
Go.
real Juliet in real life is much nicer to me than that.
Yes.
We should
Good
have
enough, sir.
AI change the names to South Park characters.
Yeah.
It'd be like Cartman and Kenny and everything. All right.
All right. I love you guys. Talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.